I teach screenwriting to emerging screenwriters and professional screenwriters, and a part of the emerging screenwriting groups are college students. So I was teaching my college students how to heighten the stakes in the stories that they're telling, and I thought I would bring that lesson to you. So if you're having an issue with stakes and you need higher stakes for your main character in your screenplay or in your screenplay in general, I want to show you the one question that will get you there. For reference, this is page 4 of my screenwriting workbook, Script from Scratch. It's on Amazon. For those of you who are writing a feature screenplay, this is an amazing tool to take you through the development process. And this is the beginning of the workbook where we're talking about character development. Now, if you've taken any of my classes or you already have the you already have the screenwriting workbook, like somebody on live was telling me I have it and it's intense. Yes, it is intense. In the beginning, we go through character development. Okay, so this is the question I'm talking about. I don't know if you're able to see it. It's at the bottom, right there, okay? You are to list 3 things that will be worse than death for your main character. Let me explain what that means. And this is why it is genre agnostic, right? So you don't have to be telling a drama or a dark story for you to list 3 things that'll be worse than death for your main character, because it's about your character. So yes, this even applies to a comedy. The most important thing is that you know your character well enough that you know what would be like worse than death for them. So for example, if I'm writing a story about a 7-year-old who has a speech impediment and they have to go up in front of the whole school to give a report or a speech or something like that, going up to the front of the school in the auditorium and knowing that you're probably going to stutter in front of all the kids who make fun of you, worse than death for that kid. You know what I mean? And sometimes in situations like that, that's what makes the comedy, because comedy only works when it's earnest, when the characters are acting in earnest, and that is what is funny, okay? So you have to decide what is worse than death for your character. Their spouse finds out that they're having an affair, worse than death. Them having to go up in front of the entire class, worse than death. Their mother coming up to the school like drunk in her bathrobe. It would be worse than death for that character. You listing 3 things that would be worse than death for your main character puts your plot in the realm of things that are high stakes for them, for how you develop them as a person. So that means that when you're deciding, when you're going on in your outline, which is what the next few pages of the book is encouraging you to do after character development, then the plot that you're choosing has high stakes for that character in particular. And that's what makes the intensity, that's what makes the conflict, that's what makes high stakes. High stakes should be universal in theme and very specific in plot, okay? So the theme should be universal, things like grief, love, things that apply to literally every single human being. And then the plot should have some kind of cultural specificity and specificity to that character. So that's why you're listing what would be worse than death specific to your character, while the overall theme that you're exploring should be universal. I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer them or make another video. And happy writing.